Cancer. Welcome to your June 2025 general love reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the sign Cancers, Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You're all welcome here, as well as cross watchers. Hi, cross watchers. You're very welcome here as well if you're interested in a Cancer. I mean, who wouldn't be? But just keep in mind, roles can always be reversed. Time is and energy is fluid. But for this reading, I'm going to ask your spirit guides about what's going on in June 2025 in regards to your love life. What can I uncover? What can I reveal to you? So with whatever happens, you will be prepared for it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get your reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear, set the energy, and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you here with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring this sound bowl 3 times, and during that time, I just want you to open up your energy to ask the questions you may have in regards to your love life. If there is a certain someone, start thinking about them now, and we'll see what the cards have to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Cancer. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say about your love life for June 2025. Interestingly, I heard city life. So I wonder if someone's recently moved to a city within the last few years. Maybe last year was a big move, or maybe someone's from a big city. So like America would be like New York, Chicago, LA, or maybe internationally it would be like London, Paris, Milan. I don't know, right? I'm just throwing some cities out there. Maybe someone can have an accent from one of those cities. It's just a small confirmation for some of you. It doesn't have to be for everyone. But, ooh, so we have heartbroken. And it says deeply hurt and sad, feeling lost, grieving in despair, and breakup. Okay, I feel this is what someone is going through right now as I pick up on this energy. Now, this could be you, but this could also be someone trying to connect with your energy to let you know that they're heartbroken over you, Cancer. I am seeing like, this is so weird and it's not for everyone, but I'm seeing like mascara on the bottom eye. I don't wonder if someone does that for a makeup technique, or like literally showing me like the mascara bleeds. So someone could have been crying recently or been really upset, really emotional about, you know, losing someone or being heartbroken over someone. Maybe this was someone you used to cry about before. And I wonder if some of you have been like on your journey of kind of recovering from that, healing from that. And now that you have done your work, maybe the tables have turned. And now the person who was delaying that work and was, you know, moving on to the next person seemed like they were doing so fine without you, where it really hurt you, really now is all coming to the forefront now that you're in a different level. The letter H is sticking out to me, as in Haley, Hannah, or, you know, Harold. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. I see that someone's been listening to a song like on repeat that has been helping them like understand or vibe with this heartbreak as well, and maybe thinking about you when they play it. Someone could also be a musician or a singer. Tell me more about this energy for Cancer. Ooh, the gate. A barrier keeps you from your goal. Ooh, so this is so interesting what I'm seeing. So whether this is you or what you are unaware about what's going on in this person's life because you're not talking anymore. they are seeing like you being closed off. Like the gates are not open, they were closed and they remain shut. And they think that you are kind of putting this boundary in very strongly, where maybe you guys, I don't know how long you've known each other for or how long you had a connection for, but it's like they always felt like even if something were to happen, you would still be there as far as a friend or someone they can talk to or like reconnect with. But this time around, it's like, no, that is whatever happened that broke my heart. And this felt a lot deeper than any other pauses or stops that you've had before. This is where like the gate is closed and shut. And I don't know why June is coming up as being where they're really getting that now. I wonder if there's like something they're seeing or something that's confirming that you fully moved on, that is making them realize, yeah, that door's never going to open again. And I think you're the one that got away, Cancer, and they really realized that way too late. But so why they're coming up in your reading, I think you've been feeling their energy. I think they've been coming up on, your mind strongly, and that's because, they're really going through it emotionally about you right now. Or maybe this is what you're feeling, right? Tell me more about this energy for Cancer in June 2025. Goodness, you got 2. So prosperity, and it says a prosperous business with riches and success. I'm hearing that song by Whitney Houston. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm going to make it anyway. Close that door behind you. Leave those keys. I'd rather be alone than unhappy. That's the vibe here, I feel, Cancer. And then safe and happy travel. Protection from harm when journeying. So I wonder if some of you guys, I'm seeing a business trip in June, maybe for a few of you. I also just saw a food truck. I don't know if someone lives by like where a food truck you get food at, or maybe someone could be in the restaurant business. But Cancer, if you're the one feeling this heartbroken right now, by the end of June, I think you're going to be surprised at how quickly you start to recover and heal once you let it out, like a good cry. I'm a Cancer. That's how I do it. Just one good cry where I really like let myself just go and feel and just release. And then I'm like, I don't know if this is because I'm an Aquarius moon, but then I'm like pretty over it after that. Like it's said and done. I released it. What's next? And I think Cancer, like by doing that and not letting this person's energy take control over you by remaining unhappy or remaining, upset. And again, I'm not saying you shouldn't feel that way, but you shouldn't stay there. And maybe some of you have been staying there since like, May or maybe the last few months. And it's time for your prosperity to come in. And I think for others of you where maybe you are wondering if this person was upset by what happened between the two of you, or if they've ever been hurt between the two of you, absolutely. And maybe to see even, like again, this is a theme that came up for Libra and Pisces, so those signs may mean something to you. You could have those signs in your chart. You could be dealing with one of those signs. But now that is kind of said and done, there's prosperity coming in for you because you're no longer holding the space of that heartbreak, of that hurt, of that needing to know why. Why wasn't I good enough? Why didn't we have this? Why didn't they love me? Whatever it was, that's all removed now or will be in June. And because that has cleared up space in your psyche, you're holding space for something newer and better. So some of you, like as a side note, you may see your career kind of taking off, or some sort of, your boss may be giving you a project that they know you can handle and you'll do well in. Again, business trip is coming up for some of you, or just travel in general that you're going to have in June. But even like what I'm seeing is like protection from harm when journeying. Like Cancer, even if there are times when you come back and you kind of miss this person and you want to know why it didn't work, like Spirit is reiterating that this is the road you were meant to go down. Continue down this path. You are on the right journey, and this person's witnessing it too. Witnessing it, whether again they have access to your social media or hearing about it, or you guys are just like psychically connected and they just picked up on it. I don't know. but they see that you are on your own journey, your own path, and you're going on it without them. And it seems in their perspective that you're kind of leaving him in the dust, and they're upset they can't be on this journey with you. They wish they could have seen what they had when they had it, but it's too late now and the gates are closed. But I think, you know, for some of you that's like, okay, great, why are they coming up in my reading? Is because maybe there's a part of you, conscious or subconscious, that just wants to know if they hurt the same way. Because I think it really put you through something. You wondered if you even mattered, if they even cared. And even if they didn't act like that or ever showed it to you, they're going through it right now. Absolutely. So let's get into the tarot to dive deeper here. The Queen of Swords. I know that's right. Libra energy at the dead center of this. Yeah, I think a lot of you are in Queen of Swords mode at this time, which has nothing to do with gender or sex. It's feminine air energy. So it's like you guys are a lot more clear about what it is that you still want to have for your life, what it is that you want to manifest, what the realistic vision is for you to go down on a path. And it could differ from what you thought you were going to have before, but you're very clear of the purpose of where you're supposed to go now and who is supposed to be on that journey with you and who is meant to be cut out and left behind. And someone's feeling that sting. Again, even if this was a long time ago, they still feel that sting here because they see you just going on this uphill climb that's hard for them to watch. It's hard for them to see because it reminds them of what they lost. Yeah. All right. So bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords. This is Aquarius energy. So I wonder if someone moved recently, like I said, maybe to a city or out of a city to a different place. And so physically, there's definitely distance between the two of you now. And maybe it hurt them to hear that you moved, or that the distance between the two of you, it will make it so much harder for there to ever be anything else now. But I think as well, like with the Five of Pentacles crowning this reading, I gotta say this person made you feel like crap. In like the way that they treated you, or in the way that they like ended things with you, or just in general, it felt like as if you were kind of discarded, or that you didn't mean as much to them as you thought you did. And so I think you had to give yourself that closure. I don't think you talked to this person since like splitting off and going your own ways, and you always wondered about it. But I think you're so intuitive, Cancer, that you, despite like hearing it from them or wanting to hear from him, I think you already knew that maybe there was just misalignment. Maybe they just weren't ready for your type of love. And despite what they made you feel like, maybe it was for their own protection and ego. And coming to that closure for yourself helped you move on. Although I get it, there may be times when you still wonder if you're right. I think you are, but it doesn't even matter anymore. You're on your own journey, you're on your own path, and each and every day there's still been silence between the two of you. You keep going, and you're looking forward, and you're going to a better place. Okay. So dead center, we have the Queen of Swords. Libra energy. I think a lot of you have made your mind up recently about this situation, what you're going to do about this situation, how you're going to handle this. I think maybe in June, it's making it very, very clear, if it's something recent that happened, that this just isn't going to work and it just keeps hurting me and I need to keep my distance. I need to protect myself. I think, you know, some of you guys, you're done being hurt by this person, or still being in that, you know, psyche of what this person did. So you're finding ways to kind of clear this up for you mentally. I wonder if some of you have been researching, reading some books, talking this out to certain people, getting some advice and wisdom from, you know, those that are giving you the advice about this. But others of you, I wonder if like they've been, you know, attempting or have attempted to kind of send you a white flag, a green light to show that they're interested, but like Yeah, it's similar to the other signs that had similar energy. It's like, I can't. I can't and I won't. It was very clear to me the last time we spoke or saw each other, you didn't care. And whether that's the full truth or not, their actions spoke that, and that was enough for you. So I think a lot of you are doing what you can in June, or keeping that mindset of cutting this out and seeing this for what it is, logically, reasonably, despite any still lingering wonders of what could have happened, despite the feelings that may still be there. You're seeing the truth for it and acting on that truth above all else. And they may view you as being cold. They may view you as being distant. They may view you as ignoring them, honestly. I don't know what they were expecting elsewise, but nonetheless, it's still hurting them. Someone may like to wear silver jewelry, or I'm even seeing like a nose piercing or a nose ring that someone can have. What's crossing this is the Nine of Wands, Sagittarius energy. You're making through it, Cancer. And you know, despite how much it hurt at first, you did a pretty damn good job. You are strong. You are someone that has like a warrior's heart, you know, like you've been through so much, not just with this connection, but in general. And each and every time you let it help grow you wiser, smarter, you know, a lot more cunning. I think like some of you guys, especially being a Cancer, it's kind of as if you were born with like being so open, trusting, or like having people, you know, think you thought that people were going to be like you, where, you know, you're very chill with your emotions. You can express them. You're not afraid of expressing them. And that you could be safe with people and being open with who you are. But I think through experiences you've had, like you learn that people don't have the best intentions. You've learned that people will use that to their advantage, will take that for granted. So you've had to harden yourself from that and create that shell, right? And I think if they're seeing this as a challenge, like they know that your shell now with them is impenetrable. Like I said, with the Queen of Swords dead center, you've made up your mind and you're going to keep your boundaries strong. And there's nothing that's going to bring that gate or that guard down. Because you know with the Queen of Swords that this person's just going to keep on hurting you, or you're never going to let this person hurt you again. And they don't think they can change your mind, which is upsetting to them, which hurts them. But nonetheless, I don't think you're really leaving them with a choice, Cancer. They know you're frustrated with them. They know you're angry with them, or they know that you're just going to fight them and fight their energy off. What's crowning this is the Five of Pentacles. Taurus energy. I mean, yeah, I can see why you feel this way. I can see why you want to guard yourself against this. They really made you feel like you weren't worth it. Whether that was their intentions or not, it still made you feel how it made you feel. They may have ghosted you. They may have just gone completely silent on you. They may have, you know, had an experience where you guys thought you had a really good date or really good night. And then the next morning, you know, you didn't hear from them. That type of vibe here. And you struggled with that for such a long time. Like, what didn't I not have enough of? What was I not good at? Like, what, like, that was on the top of your mind. And look what's happening now. Now it's on theirs. What do I not have enough of? What can I give, Cancer? Do I have enough? Like, I'm not enough. So your growth has triggered their insecurity. Your growth and you moving on has triggered, you know, some sort of reflection on them. Some may be kind of seeing the truth for what it is, but others may be kind of in their own ego trip, just feeling the Five of Pentacles and blaming you for it instead of kind of really examining the predicament of how it all came here. What's reading this is the Death card. Scorpio energy. When I picked this card up, I heard you've changed. You are not the same person from when you first met them. I think that this newer version of you would have them stumped. Maybe because in the beginning, like, they may have felt you were more susceptible, you were more vulnerable, that you were more open. Not anymore. I think that maybe they're even just at the root of this accepting that the ending that happened between the two of you was meant to be permanent. And that's from the lack of progression that, you know, has been going on between the two of you, the lack of conversation, the lack of acknowledgement. Like, yeah, I think if they try to get your attention in very subliminal ways, you haven't been taking the bait. And for them, that indicates you're done and you're over it. And that's just, I think both of you are finally on the same page of that, in different, you know, energies and different perceptions, but now kind of both understanding that. In the recent past, we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, still that fighter, guarding energy, Leo energy. I feel with the Seven of Wands here, there was more of a push or an incentive on their end to get, like, you know, rally themselves up, hype themselves up to maybe get this idea of being with you, but then maybe subliminally trying or actively trying and being denied and being rejected. That's when they're like fleeing, you know, they're calling the troops back. Like, oh crap, this is not working. And they feel a little embarrassed by that because they did view like they were putting themselves out there. But yeah, I think for a lot of you, if this is still just like you haven't spoken and haven't had that interaction since you last spoke to each other, saw each other, they've seen how strong you become, or they feel it, they sense it. And it's almost like, thank you for giving me that experience, because now I know when to run. I know when someone is wasting my time. I know when to stand up for myself. I know when I can, you know, stop tolerating some ways that people try to treat me just to get what they want out of me, which some of you may have felt like they wanted sex and that was it. No more. You are blocked out of my energy and I've decided to do that. And some of you felt proud for coming to that realization in a way. Someone could be wearing green right now, or green is someone's favorite color, or a color the last time you saw each other, someone could have been wearing green. All right, Cancer, to see the likely outcome of the situation, what is likely to happen and unfold in your love life from now to end of June, you need to be aware of, know about. Is this person going to do anything? What are you going to do on your own path? We're going to go ahead and take this to Patreon for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome. Pull some more tarot oracle cards, just dive deeper into this. So if you guys really felt this was your reading, I promise there'll be more clarity and answers for you in the extended reading. If you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box of this video and you will find the link to Patreon that will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Cancer, I really hope that this reading resonated with you. I hope it's given you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to whatever is happening or going on in your love life at this time. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Cancer, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Cancer.